Now, this is I-95 southbound. They are traveling at an extremely high rate of speed. There is a Miami-Dade helicopter above guiding ground units. This vehicle was at one time all the way up there in Miami Gardens, driving on surface streets at a high rate of speed. Then he slowed down because I believe the driver thought they had eluded police, but they were able to retrack it, and now they have a lock on it, and they're following the vehicle northbound I-95. I believe I can switch over here and get you to give you an idea of his speed, but he's been just driving erratically here southbound on the I, and what we're doing is we're listening to the police department chatter, and they're saying that they have a tracking device on this vehicle. There's supposed to be two people in the vehicle right now, from what we understand, and the driver is said to be wanted for some kind of felony. Haven't been specifics on the radio. You can see damage to that vehicle on the back there. When it got onto the Palmetto Expressway in the area of 22nd Avenue, traveling at a high rate of speed, it was zigzagging in and out of traffic. And amazing that there were no accidents we didn't see anybody else leave the roadway or have any kind of an issue. But again, traveling at a high rate of speed. We're coming up on, let me look over here. This is about 119th Street southbound on I-95. Right now, Miami-Dade police tracking this vehicle from the air and from the ground. What they're saying is just to let the ground units, the people in vehicles, to just back off and let the helicopter find it. But you can see they're weaving in and out of traffic. This is not the kind of thing that usually ends in any good way at all. We want to advise and caution our viewers, as we always do, that we have this is a live picture. We don't know exactly how this is going to unfold, but extremely fast conditions here. Let me see if I can punch up my speedometer here to give you an idea of what we're looking at here. I got destination 9, source 7, and that should punch up now, and you should see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen indications of speeds in excess of 100 miles an hour as it settles in and tells you exactly how fast the vehicle is going. We're now coming up on about 103rd Street, and we continue southbound. This is actually 95th Street now, southbound I-95. This black Mazda was reported stolen, and Opelika officers got information from the people that install the tracking devices in the newer model vehicles that this vehicle was in the area of Opelika. They were on State Road 9. I think I walked in my office just before 9 o'clock this morning and heard it on one of the scanners that they were trying to get units to respond to the area. They lost them in the Golden Glades area, and then we had quiet time, enough time for me to get a cup of coffee and sit back down at the desk, and then we heard this thing start up again. We launched, and as you can see now, check it out here. This, I'm just going to bring the camera back out to show you. This is the normal traffic for this hour on I-95, right? But, okay, we got the wall, Joe, if you can get over just a little bit. All right, see where he's going? He just got off, exited right here at 69th Street, exiting. Now he's going to be westbound, and then he's carrying westbound on 69th Street right here. He's right underneath it. Yeah, okay, he's right underneath it. You got the other helicopter out there? Okay. He's going to continue westbound. There's that vehicle. I'm going a little wider here right now because I got a little bit of glare in my eyes. But again, the vehicle traveling westbound now came off I-95, 69, to go westbound, and now making a turn here. Okay.
All right, if you're just joining us right now, Ralph Rayburn over the scene here of a chase that has ensued. A car traveling at a high rate of speed as he monitors the situation from Skyforce there. You can see a portion of it has come off in the back after it struck some vehicles as it continues now through residential areas, going really fast down those streets. Skyforce overhead as well. And Ralph, you've been following this for us from the beginning. It went from the highway and now into a very dangerous situation in some areas that are near residential streets.
Right. We just they just passed 71st Street in Northwestern Senior High School. They are westbound here. 17th Avenue, coming up on 17th Avenue. Let's look ahead and see what we got coming up. We got a school. They got a school. Now they're going to be turning southbound. And this is 18th Avenue, and we got him. He's going to be going right underneath this Joe here. Okay. All right. We're just monitoring here, trying to get a little bit more information for you, but this pursuit here started at about maybe 15 minutes ago in the area of Miami Gardens after police had put out a bolo, be on the lookout for this vehicle. The driver wanted for felony activity, and also because the car was stolen. At one point, they spotted the car in the area going into the Golden Glades, but the officers lost the vehicle. They launched a police helicopter a short time later and reacquired the vehicle using a tracking device that is in the vehicle. So they kind of have a pretty good idea of where he is, where he's going anyway, and they're doing that right now. We got these police helicopters. We look straight down here. All right, we're good, Joe. Hang on a second. 60 Street right now, I'm hearing. Westbound on 60 Street towards 22nd Avenue. Towards 22nd Avenue. Good. You can keep them out your window, Joe. That's fine if you keep them out your window. Okay. So we don't see much in the way of ground units, but you saw the tail of the helicopter, the police helicopter there, just go right through the screen. It's blowing through stop signs, according to the helicopter pilot operating the Miami-Dade chopper. 26th Avenue right there. He's going to turn in southbound. You got him now, Joe. Okay, good.
And so Ralph, for viewers just joining us right now, this did start at a very high rate of speed there as you caught him overhead in Skyforce on the highway. Dangerous situation now because he's weaving in and out of these residential areas. Where exactly is this?
This is around 56th Street now and about 22nd Avenue southbound. Looks like a neighborhood that the driver might be familiar with. He seems to have pretty good knowledge of these streets right here. Apartment complex coming up here. And turning 26 and 27. There's a dead end here. We're probably going to see a bailout of these people right here. The police helicopter is going to give that information. He's driving up over the curb here, trying to drive up over the sidewalk here to get through. And he's going to run. There's a wall there. He's going to have to try to, well.
Ralph, are you seeing any cruisers in the area following him, or has it just been an aerial pursuit?
They're being guided in by the police helicopter right here because he was kind of trying to hide there. He's going to be coming back out on a road here, a dirt road, southbound. Let me back the camera out here and see if we can see which direction he goes. There he goes. Okay, he's going to go westbound now. 27th Avenue now. He's turning northbound on 27th Avenue. Right there you see the Metro rail. And now he's zigzagged and continue westbound. So again, ground units are monitoring the radio, and there are units from various agencies that are aware of this right now, but mostly it's the police chopper that is following this vehicle because it's the feeling is, I suppose, is that it's a safer event for them to do it from up there. They have a better view of exactly where the vehicle is going. But again, these, all right. 32 Avenue now, I'm hearing 32 Avenue, and it's going to be coming back up on 64th Street, 62nd Street here in just a minute. Again, the driver's taking a lot of risks here, and as we've warned our viewers, we did about, I look at my watch now, maybe 10 minutes ago. This is the live video you're watching here on WSVN, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen here. You can see crossing into oncoming traffic there as he goes through an intersection, and we continue now to go southbound here. No, I'm sorry, we're northbound. I was corrected by my pilot, Joe Mancino. Thank you, Joe. And there through that center lane, the turn lane there, northbound. He says now the chopper down below is saying that there are 3 or 4 marked units behind, but nobody pursuing. They're just the officers are in the area. That's what we're hearing. So they continue to follow this vehicle, waiting for the vehicle to come to a stop.
And if you're taking a look at the right hand of your screen, Ralph, we're showing you the speedometer. We're showing you how incredibly fast this car is speeding, weaving in and out of residential areas. It was clocking in at one point 80 miles plus, weaving in and out of cars, and we just saw him now go into what looks like a parking lot. You're talking about 3 or 4 police cruisers tailing him. They, of course, keep their distance to make sure that they keep the residents in the area and other drivers safe as well. Right. But we know an aerial chopper is overhead, keeping track of him to make sure we don't lose him.
He's in the Walmart parking lot here just off of 79th Street now, looking into oncoming traffic, the exit lanes for that shopping center now back out onto the main roadway underneath the Metro rail. Right, and he's turning to go westbound now.
So the exact address, or roughly 79th Street, 32nd Avenue, if you are in that area, city of Miami. This police pursuit beginning as a stolen vehicle, some felony charges as well. He took off in the Miami Gardens area, and now we're finding him again, 79th Street, 32nd Avenue.
And Ralph, as we're watching this along with you there, as he's entering the Hialeah area, are you seeing those cruisers there? As you try to orient the camera there for anyone just joining us, they are in pursuit overhead, police are, correct, Ralph? And there are cruisers down below as well as he hits this area where there's a little bit of traffic?
Yeah.
I think Ralph lost that stolen vehicle.
Okay, if you're just joining us right now.
He's behind us. Turn around,
Ralph,
Joe, left.
right
Keep
now,
left.
Rayburn, in 7 Skyforce, trying to locate a stolen vehicle that has been weaving in and out of traffic at a high rate of speed there. This is in the area in Hialeah there, in the area of 27th Avenue and 32nd there, weaving in and out. This was video from earlier. As you can see, he hit several objects on this
He's going northbound
pursuit.
here.
And as Ralph tries to locate where the vehicle is right now, we're talking the area of Hialeah, 32nd Avenue, 79th Street, where we last saw him as he was trying to speed through traffic. Ralph, have you been able to locate him?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. It's just a lot of glare and a lot of turns up here, and I got myself turned around there. I apologize for that. We have reacquired. You can see the vehicle still.
And we just saw that vehicle whip past a police cruiser, it looked like, and a number of cars almost hitting it as well. So are we still on 79th Street and 32nd Avenue?
No, we're nowhere near that. We're in a warehouse district to the north and west of that area. The police helicopter, the Miami-Dade helicopter, has never lost track of him, never lost track of the vehicle, still driving erratically and at a high rate of speed here. Believed to be 2 people on board that vehicle there as it comes to a stop. Now he's going northbound. Okay, back northbound.
Northbound Lejeune is what we're being told by the assignment desk.
Yeah, it is northbound, and we're hearing this on the scanner as they are too. So you can see part of the vehicle hanging there, part of the bumper hanging off the back. It's passing 30 Avenue on Lejeune and 40 Street. 40 Street in Lejeune right now. Okay, now it's reckless driving is the term that's being used by the police helicopter, and so they're continuing to follow it. We've seen some ground units. We saw them zip through there in that warehouse district that we were over just a short time ago. The vehicle continues northbound. It continues northbound at this time, weaving in and out of traffic. Very dangerous situation, obviously, coming up to it to slower traffic, and now, right now, at a standstill because of slower traffic. It's going to go off the roadway there, around on the sidewalk there, past that van, past a bus, through a parking lot of a Checkers there. Now going eastbound, Joe. Yep.
Do you have a clear...
Go ahead.
Do you have a clear idea of what the streets are, Ralph? I know he's weaving in and out of traffic, so it's hard to orient.
Right. 103rd Street and probably just east of Lejeune. Coming over the bridge here at 32nd, the big bridge there that goes over, separates Hialeah from the county there.
And he's got a clear path right now to accelerate as we're looking at how quickly he is going right now, reaching some very high speeds there.
Yeah, and just to add to this, there was an accident. They just reported an accident asking fire rescue to respond to the area of 103rd Street near 35th Avenue. So that occurred. Probably it may have occurred just moments ago there. Somebody getting sideswiped as this vehicle went through that intersection there. But again, now this vehicle, the black Mazda, making a right turn coming northbound, Joe. Yeah. Left turn, and there's a police car right behind it now. That's the first ground unit that we've seen towards 105th Street. And let's see here, he's going to now eastbound.
And once again, he's back in those residential areas, creating
whipping around that
plenty
pickup
of
truck there.
concern for police as they pursue him.
And Ralph, as you've been following this from the beginning, right now we're seeing him getting tailed right now.
Okay, wrong way on the side of the street there. You can see the police officer on the right side of the roadway there as it comes underneath us here, and the driver of that vehicle now is on the oncoming traffic going towards. Look at that. Okay, so again, advise our viewers, as we always do, live video, unedited. It's raw here, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen. You know, govern your viewing habits accordingly. Is this vehicle now still being followed and monitored by the police department here, and a chopper from Miami-Dade Aviation up following the vehicle? It was reported stolen, and also the driver of the vehicle wanted for some felony violations. Now he's right near Miami-Dade College right now.
Maneuvering as
westbound, going westbound.
Oncoming traffic, weaving in and out, and now we're seeing him getting back on the right side of traffic, but weaving out of red lights as well.
Yeah,
a number of people having to dodge this car that at some points we've seen gone up to 80 miles per hour. Right now, seeing it clocking at 72. So clearly reckless driver. Police saying that we saw one cruiser pursuing the car that we're being told has 2 occupants inside. It was originally a stolen vehicle with felony charges as well, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing. I was off the mic there for just a second. The supervisors that handle the dispatching of all this, as far as who's going to do what and who's going to pursue and who's going to not, they're using the term 07, which means they want all the ground units to cancel this right now. They want all the ground units to cancel what they're doing. We'll see if that happens. But right now on the Gratney Expressway, just passing Amelia Earhart Park there, would be on the north side. I'll bring the camera back out there. You can see the park in the background right there. Going by Opa-locka Airport, westbound on the Gratney, followed by a police helicopter at this time.
And Ralph, going over 100 miles an hour at this point, right?
Well, according to the computer there, it does calibrate it about every 30 seconds or so. It goes through a calibration to give you a pretty accurate. Okay.
So clearly seeing unbelievable speeds here. We are hearing it's at 119th Street, heading toward the Gratney Parkway.
It is on the Gratney Parkway.
There you go. So he is on the Gratney Parkway.
Right.
And clocking over 130 miles per hour. So of course, police making sure they stay a bit further back to ensure that everybody else is safe as well.
Right. Just past Red Road on the Gratney, coming up to 57th Avenue now. It'll be the southwest corner of Opa-locka Airport here. It continues westbound at a high rate of speed. And again, the police, they're trying to determine exactly their next move here, because the helicopter is able to keep up with it and follow it. The ground units supervisors are indicating they don't feel that it's safe to do that. That they want them to the ground units to cancel. So we're going to continue to monitor and follow. And as we get more information, of course, we'll get it back to you. This is a black Mazda CX. I think it was a CX-5 or a 5 anyway, Model 5, and it was reported stolen. The driver is wanted for some felony incidents. They picked the vehicle up in the Miami Gardens area, and it's been kind of a wild chase on the Palmetto I-95 through the areas off of 79th Street, the warehouse districts there. And now we're back all the way north to the Gratney Expressway from 27th Avenue, now going westbound. Just crossing, that's I believe that's the Palmetto Expressway we just passed there.
Yeah,
it's going to be heading out towards Hialeah Gardens.
Looks like he's going then southbound.
He's actually going westbound right now. He's going to it looks like he's going to pick up I-75.
So for anyone watching who may be in that area in the direction that he's going there, to be careful of if they are able to watch us on their phones or listen to this as they're driving in that area. He is creeping up on what area it looks like.
Yeah, I want to say hopefully they're not watching us on their phone while they're driving, but well, again, we have the vehicle here northbound in a very dangerous situation on 985. He's going to be on I-75. He's going to be merging with I-75 going northbound here, picking up speed now again. Let me see what I've got on my end here, if I can tune this in a little bit here. 114, 112, 108 miles an hour, something like that, as we go northbound here on I-75 they're advising Broward County now. They're getting on the radio and contacting Broward County to let them know that they've got a vehicle here. Also, they've contacted the Florida Highway Patrol. My understanding is that they're tracking this vehicle because it's got a device in it, one of those GPS trackers, and there's an agency that provides those to car owners, and apparently the owner of the car has this in it, and that information is being fed to the police departments around so that they know pretty much where the vehicle is and where it's headed.
And considering how fast this car is going, it certainly is tough to keep up as to where he is. Right now, I-75 northbound, approaching about 138th, so clearly heading toward Broward County. As you said, those agencies now going to be activated to start pursuing this vehicle as well. Again, still not seeing any cruisers anywhere close by, right, Ralph?
Yeah, no, this is strictly the police helicopter, and WSVN's helicopter here, Skyforce, is up above them just monitoring this activity. You see him make a 4-lane change there and try to hit the exit here, Joe. We're going to Miami Gardens Drive from I-75, and we're going to, all right, no, he picked up the going to westbound and whipping around in front of traffic that had just gotten the light to change.
Miami Gardens Drive.
Yeah, very, very dangerous there. So.
And Ralph, as you've been monitoring the situation,
he's going to be running out of real estate here.
Yeah.
Right. He can go south or north again. So we'll see. He's going to continue westbound. Where he's going, it's a dead end. So I don't know if there are any ground units that are going to be following right now. We have 2 units behind him now. You'll see them come into frame here. I'm going to stay a little bit wider and maybe you'll be able to see it, but he's in the parking area here. This is that mass transit, one of those mass transit facilities there. You got the other chopper there, right, Joe? Okay. Yeah, we're going to wait for him to... No way to exit according to the police chopper, saying that there's... okay, now, there, if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see police officers, 3 cars there, 4 cars, 5 cars coming in here. And he's going to... police are coming into the parking right. He jumped over the curb. Now it looks like he might be able to get back out. Yeah, he's back out, and there they are. They're right behind him. You can see the police officers there, down through the grass, through the median, back eastbound on 183rd, and he's going to be coming up to I-75. So we do have ground units in the area, and slower traffic now, and you can see there's the police officers there. A wrong way on I-70. He's going to be on the on-ramp. I-75, it looks like he's going the wrong way. So this is very, very dangerous situation now. Let's see if we can stay with it. And again, we want to caution everybody here that he's losing a little bit of traction here. He may have cut a tire. Maybe that'll slow him down a little, but he is on I-75 going the wrong direction. You can see vehicles there going by him now, and he's going underneath an overpass there. Hang on a second, we'll reacquire. There he is right there. When you can, Joe, if we can, we need to get on the other side of that thing there. I'm going to zoom out so I don't lose him too much. Okay, he's coming out from underneath that flyover. Oncoming traffic, heading toward oncoming traffic. Tractor trailer there you see go zooming by, and this is a very dangerous situation here. I can't find another way to express it. This is the kind of thing that you just hope you don't see, but it's happening here live right now as this vehicle just very dangerous. Let me look ahead here and just see if there's anybody coming right now. That's the HOV level. They're telling everybody to stop pursuing the vehicle. There goes a trooper going the other way. There are no police vehicles right now on that roadway. According to the aviation unit, the helicopter from the Miami-Dade Police Department, there are no police officers going the wrong way on I-75 right now. And if we bring the camera back out here real quick, you can see there, they are not on that roadway. They are not pursuing him that way. They may be paralleling him in the correct lanes of traffic in the correct direction, but that's what we're hearing. Now look at that. Imagine yourself driving north or southbound on this roadway, conducting your normal business, and there's a vehicle headed right towards you. It would just be just a staggering thing to try to deal with. So the vehicle continues northbound. I want to say we're coming up on, let's see here. We're coming up to Pines. I'm coming up to Pines and right. Just past Miramar Parkway, coming up to Pembroke Road. This will be a Pembroke Road, and again, northbound in the southbound lane, slowing down. Now he's going to make a U-turn. He's made a U-turn. Now he's turning and going southbound. Now he's back in the right lanes of traffic, and he's going to be heading back on south on I-75. Incredible turns and movements here by this vehicle. Police have been trying to follow the vehicle safely and get it to stop. So far unsuccessful in doing that, but successful in keeping everybody safe so far. This vehicle, again, wanted, the driver wanted for some felony issues, and also because of the stolen vehicle. Saw the police, where'd he go? I think he stopped underneath the overpass. Oh, there he is. Okay, sorry about that. I was looking out my window, trying to acquire with my eyes out the window, and I lost the vehicle there for a second. But again, the vehicle southbound, I-75, after going northbound in the wrong lanes of traffic, and the police helicopter from Miami-Dade continues to track this. They've notified Broward County, Broward Sheriff's Office of this issue, and they're aware. They were waiting up in Broward County. Now we've got the Florida Highway Patrol also monitoring the situation, and he says it's going to stay on I-75 back toward Miami Lakes. And there it goes zipping underneath. Yeah, Miami Gardens Drive right there, we're being told, and it continues to go southbound. So an exhaustive chase here that's lasted now the better part of, I want to say, 25 or 30 minutes since we've been up anyway. And I'm hearing some other traffic on here, just trying to decipher exactly what they're referencing here. But it appears right now that the helicopter is going to be the only asset that the police department has that's going to be involved in following this, although the ground units are being advised of its location and direction of travel. Okay, I'm told right now if I zoom out, there you go, right there, you can see the police helicopter go right through the shot there. We'll keep it a little wider here for a second so we have that shot for you. But you can see he's paralleling that vehicle and relaying by radio that information to the ground unit, so they do know where this vehicle is headed, and they're going to just continue to monitor it. One of two things usually happens: they either run out of gas, or three things: they run out of fuel, they have an accident of some sort, or they stop and bail out and go out on foot and try to escape. Yes. I'm not hearing the people back at the studio right now. I don't know if they're there or not, but again, we continue to follow this vehicle. Yeah, okay. We continue to follow the vehicle southbound on I-75 with monitoring the police radios here as we do normally. I see a jet up there. You got that jet, Joe? Okay. Reckless driving and felony fleeing, and that's what they're mentioning on the radio right now. The specifics of exactly what's occurring here. So we're going to just continue to monitor. You see damage to that vehicle, but apparently right now the tires are all in good condition. It continues to go southbound as police monitor the activities of the driver, and they believe there may be a second person in that vehicle, unknown that person's involvement in this, except that they're sitting in the passenger seat right now. So that's the information that police has developed so far.
And Ralph, you mentioned this has been going on now for about over 30 minutes, striking vehicles along the way, no regard for anyone in its path. As you're seeing this, tell us what's ahead for him as he's going there on I-75
Highway Patrol
southbound.
is coming up behind him, I'm being told by our pilot Joe Mancino, so we'll widen the camera back out. They're just getting ready to go. That's 107th Avenue. There you see the Florida Highway Patrol vehicle at the lower right-hand corner of your screen, closing in right now. We're coming up to the Palmetto Expressway on what is the exit of I-75 there, and becomes the Gratney. It looks like it's going to be southbound on the Palmetto Expressway. Yeah, you can see a radical move there. It's going to go around into the breakdown lane around these slower vehicles. And when I say slower, they're probably doing 60 or 70 right now. And now he's southbound on the Palmetto Expressway. And let me just adjust this a little bit and get the camera straightened out here. So yeah, okay, now he's just merged onto the Palmetto Expressway southbound. And we're keeping the camera slightly wider here because we're just, I don't want to lose that vehicle again as he zips around. But again, traveling much faster than the normal traffic in this area, but being pursued now by Florida Highway Patrol. I'll bring the camera back out and see if the FHP vehicle is going to be in camera range as he zips around again. You see those moves that he's making.
And it's
passing 103rd Street, passing 103rd Street southbound. The black Mazda, compact vehicle that was wanted for being stolen. First of all, it was recognized as being stolen, and when they ran the information about the person that they believe stole the vehicle, they came back with felony issues, is the term that the police department's been using. Following this vehicle right now is a Florida Highway Patrol cruiser that was traveling at an equal speed there for a while. It's out of our camera view right now, and also we have the Miami-Dade, one of Miami-Dade Police aviation units, one of their helicopters down below is tracking this vehicle. We showed you that video a short time ago, pictures of that. There's another FHP car that just got past there, and you can see it's just continues to move at an extremely high rate of speed there, southbound on the Palmetto Expressway, coming up to Okeechobee Road. The Okeechobee Road exit here, zipping around, making lane changes here, left and right, as it continues to move southbound on the Palmetto Expressway.
And it's really been an incredible series of events, Ralph. We even saw it at one point a few minutes ago, if you're just joining us. That vehicle, that stolen vehicle, according to police, it went in the opposite direction. It was heading toward oncoming traffic for some time on I-75. He did a U-turn in the middle of the roadway, in the middle of I-75, headed southbound, got onto the Palmetto, and that's where we find the car right now. These are all, breath-holding moments in a car chase, in a police pursuit, because you never want to see these kind of speeds. You want to make sure everybody on the roadway stays safe as well. He was heading toward traffic in the opposite direction, now heading southbound on the Palmetto off of I-75, and we're seeing incredible
Anyway, you can go over the top. All right, just we've been talking to the tower at Miami International, because that's our next airport that we're going to have to cross over in front of, and there's indications right now that there's going to be landing traffic, so we may at some point lose our acquisition of the shot of this vehicle. As you can see, followed very closely right now by Florida Highway Patrol. He's slowing down a little bit right now. The FHP officer is. There's some other agency vehicles. You can see police cars there, but this pursuit continues southbound, coming up on Miami International. He's getting off the exit here. Okay, let's see where we're going to end up going here. Westbound, okay, westbound. This could be 70 eastbound on 5/8 Street. Eastbound on 5/8 Street, so he'll be heading toward Milan-Dairy Road here, coming over the overpass of the Palmetto Expressway. Yes, right, we're good. And going to be coming up here, as we said before, the 74th Avenue, then 72nd Avenue, continues through the traffic lights there, through slower traffic.
And he is going just as fast as he was on that highway, now going just as fast in residential areas.
Yeah, well, it's actually, yeah, right. It'll be warehouse district areas here, and that's, I believe that's Milan-Dairy right there. So southbound on Milan-Dairy, toward 57th Street right now, on 72 Avenue.
And this southbound. Is a very heavily commercial area, and some neighborhoods there too, Ralph.
Right, a lot of tractor trailers, a lot of industrial stuff going on around here. I know there's a couple of cement plants close by that do delivery stuff, and of course all the warehouses that have access or provide access for loading and unloading from Miami International Airport, which is going to be coming up here. That's going to be our next issue as we come up. But you can see right now you've got the trooper coming up right behind the vehicle. We would imagine they're setting up to do that pit maneuver where they tip the back of the car and spin it out and bring this thing to a stop. Very dangerous situation as this vehicle continues to race southbound there, going through 36th Street. That's 36th Street. Spun around there, nearly lost control. Did sideswipe a vehicle there at the intersection of 72nd and 36th Street. We've just been cleared south by the tower of Miami International, so we're going to be able to continue to provide these pictures to you as we continue south along 72nd Avenue. And I'm just, again, trying to gather just a little bit more information as we continue, but you can see I'm weaving in and around traffic. I got to find another word for weaving because I said it about 10 times, but that's what the driver of that vehicle is doing as he continues southbound. 72nd Avenue now. The airport is going to be out. If you can, well, we'll bring the camera back out here just for a second here. That's 25th Street it's going under right now. That's the 25th Street overpass right there. And this vehicle is now turning. It's going east, Joe, right here underneath us. All right. It's going into the airport. There it is right there. It's going into the airport area. He's going to, there's only one way in and one way out of here, right here on 25th Street. Actually, there are two, but I don't know if the driver knows that. And he's now went into oncoming traffic again. So now he's in oncoming traffic on 25th Street. You can see right there now he's going to be turning. Yeah, this is the road that's going to take him back out towards 36th Street. Now it's going to be, yeah, okay, go north. We're getting kicked out of the airspace right now by the tower, so we're just going to provide the picture as we continue to go northbound. That's the edge of Perimeter Road right there, and he's on Milandary now, right now, and he's going towards 36th Street. Let's see which way he goes here. Okay, 36. There's the Perimeter Road on the right-hand side. Hang with me.
And when you panned out earlier, Ralph, we saw 4 cruisers pursuing the vehicle. So they are there.
36th Street,
we have aerial look as well.
Eastbound.
Police flying above, and then 4 cruisers at the very least. We saw 4 police cruisers. It looked like FHP cruisers actually pursuing this vehicle.
We got a vehicle pulling alongside it right now. Hang on, they're going to do the box maneuver here. Box maneuver into oncoming traffic on 36th Street going right underneath us right now. I've got to widen out this picture on occasion to keep it from losing the tracking. But we do have the vehicle going the wrong way. All right, let me bring the camera back out a little bit around the buildings here on 36th Street, right across from what used to be the old Pan Am building. Around a couple vehicles there. And got to stay there. We got vehicles, you can see they're paralleling him on the right side of the roadway. We've got 4 vehicles there, 3 vehicles there, including Florida Highway Patrol. We're going to be coming up on Lejeune Road here in a short period of time. I'm hearing now 57 Avenue, so we've got a little bit of direction. And they're going to, that traffic is now going to be, oh, here we go. He tipped the roadway there. 57 Avenue at 36th Street, just past Red Road, according to my pilot, Joe Mancino. So we're going to stay tight as we can right now. Those other vehicles that were following it came onto slower traffic that was stopped at a stoplight, so that vehicles... Okay, hang on. Yeah, a really high rate of speed here eastbound on 36th Street. And again, for a while there on the wrong side of the roadway, very dangerous situation for everybody concerned here. Police officers still in pursuit. Florida Highway Patrol had the majority of the vehicles that we saw. I think was either Virginia Gardens or Miami Gardens. Police also. Okay, they're saying that the vehicle, that there was a weapon that may have been thrown out of the vehicle a short time ago. That okay, he's boxed in ahead coming up in the traffic. There is no place for the vehicle to go. Okay, got around it. Now he whipped around some trucks here. It's incredibly hard to describe as you're watching this happen here, but they are continuing to pursue this vehicle as the driver just does some mind-boggling maneuvers. And I'm being told this is still eastbound here. Looks like he's getting on State Road 112. That's the 112 flyover there. There's a police helicopter that we've been telling you about monitoring. It's right there. They're also deploying units to go and look for that weapon. They believe that was thrown out of the vehicle a short time ago. So they're going to be doing that. That's another activity that's we're going to have to go back and trace a little bit later. But right now we're staying with this vehicle, this Mazda, black Mazda, that has eluded police now. There was a period of time where they were strictly following the vehicle. Times in the Miami Gardens area, the pilot of the chopper indicated that the that the vehicle was not going any faster than 10 miles an hour. They were just waiting for the driver to stop the vehicle. Then the vehicle spotted some ground units that were in the area and took off, and that's this chase now has been going on for the better part of I want to say 45 minutes anyway. I'm not exactly sure when we started. I wrote it down in my time code, but I don't have that notebook available right now. But the vehicle continues right now. Looks like it's going just a little bit slower here on the 112 expressway, but it is eastbound. Highway Patrol coming up from the west, I'm being told, so we'll bring the camera back out just to see if we can see where they are. Not seeing them quite yet, so we'll go back, zoom back in here and stay a little bit tighter.
And Ralph, I was going to ask you if those cruisers stayed back as a result of the high rate of speed he was going through.
All right, getting off the exit, Joe. Yeah. All right, so we got the vehicle through the grass there, off the exit, going around all of the vehicles, and he's turning northbound. It's going to be turning northbound and coming back underneath the 112 expressway here. Waiting for him. There he is right there, dragging the bumper. Going to come right underneath us here in just a second. So traffic at 11 o'clock in the morning, you can imagine here in the streets of Miami, northbound on 22 Avenue. Northbound on 22 Avenue. Damaged the car extensively going over the curb, according to the chopper, the police helicopter. Now northbound and now westbound. Westbound on 43 Street right now, slowing down. This is the slowest we've seen this vehicle since we started following it here. My car might be dying, so they're saying the car might be, yeah, and he's pulling up onto the grass here, and this is where he's on the sidewalk. Subject's getting out.
Looks like they're bailing.
Yeah, okay, watch the other chopper there. All right, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. If you guys see him, you can holler out at me.
We see the units there closing in on the car and the door opening.
Okay, we got him coming out. Yeah, there we go. We got police officers that stopped with weapons drawn there. Driver's door is slowly opening, they're saying right now. Here it is right there. So you're going to see this guy, the driver anyway, believe being taken into custody. Police officers there backing away, using the light pole there and the doors of their vehicles for safety, telling the driver, now the vehicle's starting to move again. You're going to zoom in right there. Just hang on, stay with us, and again, we advise you at home as he's got his hands out. He's got his hands out. We're going to flip the gain in there. There we go. There's nobody to the north.
I would imagine he's telling them he's trying to put that car into park because it is moving, and he has his hands out, explaining to them that he has to put it in park, is what I would imagine he's doing, and now both hands in the air.
Okay, they're going to tell him to get on the ground right there. Okay, they got him laying down on the ground here, put his hands behind his back. He's following the police directions of exactly what to do. Let's see if
this is the outcome we wanted to see in the last hour or so that we've been following this car. This is exactly how we wanted it to end because it was terrifying at moments, Diana.
And Ralph, as you continue to watch, is it believed originally that a second person was in the vehicle? It looks from your vantage point that they opened the doors, and so far it is only the driver, correct?
Right. They have advised here that they've done a cursory search of the car. Originally reported that there was possible second person in that vehicle. They have that person now, and as you see, the driver there in custody. And as we see him for a second, we'll just bring out and show you who's shown up here. There's the police officers that were following it. They've all kind of congregated right here around this area. The subject is in custody, and this chase is over. Hopefully, as we reported, there were several accidents. We believe they were all minor. We're going to gather ourselves together here and go back and see if we can find those locations where those accidents occurred. But right now, a chase that started just after 9 o'clock this morning, a pursuit, let's put it that way. They were looking for the vehicle. It came back stolen. The agency that monitors the GPS for the vehicle reported it to the police. The police at one point launched a helicopter, lost the vehicle in the area of the Golden Glades, and then about maybe 35 or 40 minutes later, probably a little bit longer than that, they reacquired that signal and indicated that it was in the area of Miami Gardens. The police chopper launched, and when it launched, it spotted the vehicle after about 5 minutes of searching and started to guide units into the general area. There was some discussion as to whether or not they were going to pursue the vehicle or not. If it took off, it was driving at a low rate of speed. Before they could make that decision, the vehicle apparently spotted the ground units that were following it and took off, and it went from 17th Avenue and 183rd Street all the way back to the Palmetto Expressway, got on then I-95 south, all the way down south to the area of Northwestern High School around 71st Street, then through that area, all around the warehouse districts, actually into Hialeah, back on the Gratney, all the way. Now I'm trying to remember from my without notes. West on the Gratney, all the way out to I-75, all the way north up there to past Miami Gardens Drive. U-turn. There was a big park and ride area that's being built out there. It looked like he was going to be taken into custody there. He was able to elude police again on that drive northbound on I-75. Driving in the wrong lanes of traffic at speeds well over 70 and 80 miles an hour into oncoming traffic. Police officers did not follow him in that area. They just relied on the police helicopter to continue the pursuit. Eventually that vehicle turned back and came back down, made a U-turn and came back on I-75, back to the Palmetto Expressway, south on the Palmetto Expressway into the airport area near Okeechobee Road, and then to 54th Street, then to 72nd Avenue. Almost went south all the way across the airport property, but stopped at 25th Street, went through the airport property again on the wrong side of the roadway, went to Milandary Road, came northbound to 36th Street, and then that's when the Florida Highway Patrol's units were getting ready to try to take him into custody. And they, hang on a second, I'm getting some information. Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so the tower is making us move a little bit north. We have to comply with that wish there, so stand by 1 second. But anyway, a short time later here in the area of 43rd Street and right off of, what's that, 27th Avenue? Right, no, 22nd, 27th Avenue. They took the vehicle, I think the vehicle probably gave up the ghost there and came to a stop. We saw the police officers behind their vehicles with weapons drawn, ordering the driver to exit the vehicle. He complied, got on the ground there, and they approached, and he's now in custody here. So we're going to regroup a little bit and toss it back to you guys back at the studio.
All right, and Ralph Rayburn over this scene with Skyforce from beginning to end. You've watched this unfold live until that vehicle became disabled, and that suspect surrendered to police right now. It's unclear how many people were injured, as there were some accidents along the way. We, of course, will have complete Team 7 coverage on 7 News at noon. I'm Diana Diaz, along with Vanessa Borge, and we will see you then.
This has been a 7 News special report. We now rejoin regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.